Hello, good morning students. How are you? I think you are quite well. Yesterday we have discussed potential energy of a spring and power. Can you tell me what is power? Rate of doing work is called power. Unit of power is watt. Today I will discuss what is collision. What is collision? Collision. A collision is said to be occur. A collision is said to be occur between two bodies if either they are in physical contact with each other or path of one is exerted by force. A collision, force exerted by the other body. A collision is said to be occur between two bodies if they are either in physical contact to each other or path of one is affected by the force exerted by the other body. Now, for collision to be takes place, physical contact is not necessary. You have seen in Rutherford alpha particle scattering experiment. In alpha particle scattering experiment, alpha particle get scattered due to electrostatic force of repulsion between alpha particle and nucleus. Now we will repeat again what is collision. A collision is said to be occur between two bodies if they are in physical contact to each other or path of one is affected by the force exerted by the other body. Now, for collision to be takes place, physical contact is not necessary. For example, in Rutherford alpha particle scattering experiment, alpha particle get scattered due to electrostatic repulsion between alpha particle and nucleus. Now, the collision between particles are following type. First one is elastic collision. What is elastic collision? Elastic collision. What is elastic collision? If there is no loss of kinetic energy during collision, if there is no loss of kinetic energy during collision, then such type of collision is known as elastic collision. For example, collision between two glass ball. Collision between two glass ball. Or second example is collision between subatomic particles. Then now we will tell you again what is elastic collision. If there is no loss of the kinetic energy during collision, it is called elastic collision. There is no loss of the kinetic energy during collision, then it is known as elastic collision. For example, elastic collision, collision between two glass ball, or we can say collision between subatomic particles. Now we will discuss next inelastic collision. What is inelastic collision? Inelastic collision inelastic collision. If there is some loss of kinetic energy, if there is some loss of kinetic energy during collision, then such type of collision is known as inelastic collision. If there is some loss of kinetic energy during collision, then such type of collision is known as inelastic collision. For example, collision between two vehicles. Collision between two vehicles. This is the example of inelastic collision. Now we will discuss what is perfectly elastic collision. What is perfectly elastic collision. What is perfectly elastic collision? If two body stick together after collision and move as a single body. If two body stick together after collision and move as a single body with a common velocity, then such type of collision is known as perfectly inelastic. Perfectly inelastic collision. Now we will tell you again. If two bodies stick together after collision and move as a single body with a common velocity, then such type of collision is known as perfectly inelastic collision. For example, a man jumping into a moving trolley and move with a common velocity of the trolley. So this type of collision is perfectly inelastic collision. Now we will discuss what is head-on collision or one-dimensional collision. For head-on collision or one-dimensional collision. What is head-on collision or one-dimensional collision? It is collision. It is a collision in which colliding body moves in a straight line before and after collision. Then such type of collision is known as head-on collision or one-dimensional collision. It is a collision in which colliding body move in a straight line before and after collision. Then such type of collision is known as head-on collision. Now what is the example of head-on collision? Collision between two railway compartments. Collision between two railway compartments. This is example of head-on collision. Now we will discuss oblique or two-dimensional collision. Fifth, oblique or two-dimensional collision. What is oblique or two-dimensional collision? If the if the body do not move in a straight line but it move in the same plane, if the colliding bodies do not move in a straight line but in the same plane, then such type of collision is known as oblique or two-dimensional collision. For example, collision between carom coins. What is example of collision between two carom coins? This is the example of two-dimensional collision. Now we will discuss super-elastic collision or explosive collision. Super-elastic collision or explosive collision. Super-elastic collision or explosive collision. In this case, in this type of collision, there is an increase of kinetic energy. In this type of collision, there is an increase of kinetic energy. This occurs if there is release of potential energy. This occurs if there is release of potential energy on an impact. Example, during bursting of a cracker when it strikes hardly with the ground. Bursting of a cracker when it strikes hardly with the ground. This is the example of a super-elastic collision or explosive collision. Now we will discuss next topic, elastic one-dimensional collision. Our new topic is elastic one-dimensional collision. Elastic one-dimensional collision. Elastic one-dimensional collision. First we draw the diagram. Consider two balls whose mass is m1 moving with velocity u1, and next ball whose mass is m2 moving with velocity u2. They come in contact to each other. They come in contact to each other. If center of mass of two bodies lie in the same straight line, two balls A and B, whose masses are m1 and m2, and initial velocities are u1 and u2. They collide, and after collision their velocity become v1 and v2. Their velocity become v1 and v2. This is body A and this is body B. This is body A and this is body B. Now we will tell you first what is elastic one dimensional collision. This is first figure is the before collision. This is before collision. Before collision. This is during collision. During collision. This is after collision. In the first case, the diagram show before collision. In second case, the diagram show during collision, and in third case, diagram show after collision. Now we will explain it. Consider two bodies whose masses are m1 and m2 moving with velocity u1 and u2, such that u1 is greater than u2, such that its velocity u1 is greater than u2. After collision, their velocity become v1 and v2. After collision, their velocity become v1 and v2. If center of the mass of two colliding bodies lie in a same straight line, then such type of collision is called elastic one dimensional or head-on collision. If center of mass of two bodies lie in a same straight line, then it is called head-on collision. Now, total linear momentum of the system before collision. Total linear momentum. Total linear momentum of the system before collision. Before collision, that is m1 u1 plus m2 u2. This is the total linear momentum of the system before collision. As collision is elastic, so linear momentum and kinetic energy is conserved. As collision is elastic, so linear momentum and kinetic energy is conserved. Now, according to the law of conservation of momentum, according to law of conservation of momentum, m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Now we can also write m1 u1 minus m1 v1, m1 u1 minus m1 v1 is equal to m2 v2 minus m2 u2. Take common m1, this become u1 minus v1. Take common m2, this become v2 minus u2. m1 first, suppose this is my equation first and this is my equation second. We can write these equations separately so that there is no problem in calculation. Our second equation is m1 u1 minus v1 is equal to m2 v2 minus u2. This is second equation. Now, according to the law of conservation of energy, kinetic energy is also conserved. According to law of conservation of energy, kinetic energy is also conserved. According to law of conservation of energy, kinetic energy is also conserved. Kinetic energy is also conserved. That is half m1 u1 square plus half m2 u2 square is equal to half m1 v1 square plus half m2 v2 square. We take common half m1 u1 square plus half m2 v2 square. We take, this can also be written as half m1 u1 square or half m1 v1 square is equal to half m2 v2 square minus half m2 u2 square. We take half m1 common, then it become u1 square minus v1 square. Here we take half m2 common, it become v2 square minus u2 square. Now cancel half from both sides. Now we know the formula, a square minus b square is equal to a plus b and a minus b. Therefore it becomes m1 u1 minus v1, u1 plus v1 and u1 minus v1, and here m2 v2 minus u2 and v2 plus u2. m1 u1 plus v1, u1 minus v1 is equal to m2 v2 plus u2 and v2 minus u2. Suppose This is third equation and this is fourth equation. Now here we will write those equations which we utilized after some time. That is m1 u1 plus v1 u1 minus v1 is equal to m2 v2 minus u2 v2 minus u2 and v2 plus u2. This is fourth equation. Now we will divide equation fourth. We will divide equation fourth by equation second. We will divide equation fourth by equation second. Dividing equation fourth by equation second, then it become m1 u1 plus v1 u1 minus v1 divide upon m1 u1 minus v1 upon m1 u1 minus v1 and this become m2 v2 minus u2 m2 v2 minus u2 and v2 plus u2 upon m2 v2 minus u2. Now cancel m1 and u1 minus v1. Here m2 v2 minus u2. Then it become u1 plus v1 is equal to v2 plus u2. u1 plus v1 is equal to v2 plus u2. We can also write u1 minus u2 minus u2 is equal to v2 minus v1. u1 minus u2 is equal to v2 minus v1. Suppose this is my fifth equation. Here we write fifth equation u1 minus u2 is equal to v2 minus v1. This is my fifth equation. From here what we see here, that is relative velocity of here we see relative velocity of approach is equal to relative velocity of separation. Relative velocity of approach is equal to relative velocity of separation. That is relative velocity of approach is equal to relative velocity of separation. Now we know the ratio of the relative velocity of separation to the relative velocity of approach is known as coefficient of restitution, which is denoted by small e. The ratio of relative velocity of separation to the relative velocity of approach is known as coefficient of restitution. That is E is equal to V2 minus V1 upon U1 minus U2. This is coefficient of restitution. The value of E, on what factor the value of E depend? It depends upon nature of the material of the colliding body, nature of the material of the colliding body, and nature of collision. For perfectly elastic collision, E is equal to 1. For perfectly elastic collision, E is equal to 1. For perfectly elastic collision E is equal to 1. Thus, from equation 5th, V2 is equal to U1 minus U2 plus V1. Suppose this is my equation 6. V2 is equal to U1 minus U2 plus V1. This is equation number 6. Now put the value of V2 in equation 2nd. Put the value of V2 in equation 2nd. Put value of V2 in equation 2nd. Then M1 U1 minus V1 is equal to M2, and in place of V2 we will write U1 minus U2 plus V1 and minus U2 Thus M1 U1 minus V1 is equal to M2 U1 minus 2U2 U1 minus 2U2 plus V1. M1, what will we get? M1 U1 minus M1 U1 minus V1 is equal to M2 U1 minus 2U2 plus V1. Now we will multiply this. M1 U1 minus M1 V1 is equal to M2 U1 minus 2 M2 U2 plus m2 v1, m1 u1 minus m1 v1 is equal to m2 u1 minus 2 m2 u2 plus m2 v1. Now we see here m1 u1 minus m2 u1 minus m2 u1 plus 2 m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v1. We can also write 2 m2 u2 plus 2 m2 u2 plus, first we write this and take common u1 plus u1, then we will take common u1, then it become m1 minus m2, and here we take common v1, then it become m1 plus m2. This equation will get 2 m2 u2 plus u1 m1 minus m2 is equal to v1 m1 plus m2. From here v1 is equal to 2 m2 u2 plus u1 m1 minus m2 upon m1 plus m2. Suppose this is my equation 7. We will write here equation 7. v1 is equal to 2 m2 u2 plus u1 m1 minus m2 upon m1 plus m2. v1 is equal to 2 m2 u2 plus u1 m1 minus m2 upon m1 plus m2. Now put the value of v1 in equation 6. Put the value of v1 in equation 6. Put the value of v1 in equation 6. Then what we get? v2 is equal to u1 minus u2 plus v1 2 m2 u2 plus u1 m1 minus m2 upon m1 plus m2. Now we take LCM m1 plus m2, this is upon 1, that is m1 u1 minus m1 u2 m2 u2 plus this plus 2 m2 u2 plus m1 u1 minus m2 u1. Now what we see, m1 u1 m1 u1 minus m1 u2 plus m2 u1 here plus m2 u1 and this is minus m2 u1. Now we see m1 u1 and here also m1 u1, that is this is v2 is equal to 2 m1 u1 plus this is minus m2 u2 and this is plus 2 m2 u2. Then it become 2 m1 u1 plus, we subtract it, plus m2 u2. We see this, now m2 u2 m2 u2 2 m1 u1 plus m2 u2 and minus m1 u2 and this is minus m1 u2 minus m1 u2 upon m1 plus m2. This is the value of v1 v2 and this is the value of v1. Suppose this is equation 8, this is equation 7 and this is equation 8. v2 is equal to 2 m1 u1 plus, we take u2 common here. Now we take u2 common, first we take u2 common, then v2 is equal to 2 m1 u1 plus u2 m2 minus m1 upon m1 plus m2. This is my equation 8. v2 is equal to 2 m1 u1 plus u2 m2 minus m1 upon m1 plus m2. Now we will discuss special cases. First, when two bodies have equal masses. Special cases when two bodies have equal masses, that is m1 is equal to m2 is equal to m. Then from equation second, m1 is equal to m2, therefore this will cancel and v1 is equal to 2 m, in place of m2 we will write m u2 upon m plus m. because m1 is equal to m2 is equal to m, that is 2m. This implies v1 is equal to u2, v1 is equal to u2. This is from equation 7. From equation 7. Now from equation 8. From equation 8. Here m1 is equal to m2. This cancel. It become v2 is equal to 2m u1 upon 2m. Cancel 2m. This implies v2 is equal to u1. v1 is equal to u2 and v2 is equal to u1. Thus, if two bodies undergoes one dimensional collision, then their velocity are changed after collision. Thus we can say if two bodies undergoes one dimensional collision, then their velocity get interchanged after collision. Now we will discuss second case. Let body B is initially at rest. This is my case first. This is case first. Now second case. Case second. Case second. Let body B is initially at rest. Let body B is initially at rest, that is u2 is equal to 0. When body B is initially at rest, then u2 is equal to 0. Then u2 is 0, so this is cancelled, and v1 is equal to, then v1 is equal to u1 m1 minus m2 upon m1 plus m2, and v2 is equal to 2m1 u1. This will cancel because this is 0, and we will multiply 0 by m2 minus m1, it gets 0 upon m1 plus m2. Thank you.